Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices, and you can sign up for product alerts. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be out on the waters on our pirate ships, going around exploring different islands, taking them over, producing goods there, taking them back to harbor, and don't forget doing cannon blasts at other players' ships. Today we're taking a look at Dead Reckoning. This uses the card crafting system by John D. Clare. Let me show you how this works. I'll see you on the other side. In Dead Reckoning, you're managing your fleet. That's going to have a lot of different members, like a crew and a captain. You're going to be keeping all your loot in this nice little treasure chest. Over the course of the game, you're going to be leveling up, maybe from level 1 to 2, 3, or 4 on different crew members, but you're also going to be crafting this person with different types of abilities, and you'll be doing this each game, so every character will be set up a little bit differently as you play each game. Over the course of the game, you'll be moving your ship from the harbor out to different islands. And as you move to these islands, you're also going to be trying to place influence cubes. And if you have a majority here, like 2 versus none, you get to have control and put a permanent marker there. And this is important because if you control this island at the end of the game, you're going to get 4 coins, which essentially coins is points in the game. Second place will get 2, and third place will get 1. But you'll also be causing that island to produce, putting in barrels, which is a form of currency in the game, and coins, which again are points. Or you might be building buildings like a fort that allows you to defend this very well, making it really hard for other players to try to do anything on this island, like try to take control over. Or you could build a garrison as other players move through it, it's going to damage that ship a little bit. Or you can place an outpost which increases how much things produce when you produce on that island. You might also be spending currency like barrels on your ship to get this advancement. And so by spending these 3 barrels, that advancement can go into this blank card, any of the ones that you've played that turn. And next time you play this card, in addition to its normal ability, you're going to be able to either put a barrel at the harbor or add an influence cube to the island you're on, like I showed you previously. And each card can have up to 3 different types of abilities in the top, middle, and bottom row, having a ton of abilities to work with and try to synergize together. For example, this one gives me a cannon which will allow me to attack, but it also allows me to place a cube for every cannon on this card. There's a cannon here, but this one also allows me to put a cube for each cannon on this card. So I get to place 2 cubes because I got this cannon, so you're building synergies within the card. Not to mention that this captain also allows you to have this flag, which allows you to attack other players. You can move to new islands and explore them. And new islands will get new advancements, and each row you go deeper and deeper, these advancements get better and better. Like this one allows you to either put it on one of your cards to have 2 sail movements, or you can flip it over to actually have combat against a merchant ship, which is someone who's not really playing, and there's certain consequences as to how many cubes they're going to have to fight against you and what would happen if you win or lose. For example, winning gives you 4 coins, and it allows you to slide this card in for this ability, which is allowing you to battle and be able to deal damage to enemy ships and steal money from them in battle. And when battling, you'll drop a certain amount of cubes, depending on the amount of cannons, into this cube tower, and depending on where those end up, tells you what happened in battle. For example, the most crowns wins the battle, but you might be getting other things like money, or you might be getting money or barrels, or you might be able to take this cube and drop it in and put an additional one because that's an exploding shot. Or sometimes you'll actually take damage. All sorts of different things happen. Now you don't want to take too much damage because if you end up getting 5 of these on your shipboard, you end up sinking, and if someone else caused that, they'll be able to steal some money that you may have had on your ship. And speaking of your ship, not only are you managing how far you can move with your sail actions each round, but you're also able to possibly upgrade them with basic or advanced, giving you different things like an extra cannon and more storage, or a ton of storage, but these are also worth points at the end of the game. Now, when it comes to your turn, you'll have a hand of cards, and one of these cards you'll be able to level up, like from, say, a level 1 to a level 2, or to a 2 to 3, or a 3 to a 4, which give you better and better abilities. Then you'll be using these for their different abilities, sometimes deciding which ability to use, or sometimes all of them apply. And of course, over the course of the game, after playing these, if you get some advancements, you'll be adding them to a card that round. You'll actually be able to hold one back for a future round to put it on the right card. And you don't have to play all your cards. If I really want this player to be leveled up, I don't have to play him this round. It'll be in my hand next round, and then I can upgrade him to a level 2 and then use him that round. So there's a lot of future planning. Now there's also player aids that show you each of the crew members and what they look like with levels 1, 2, and 3, and 4, so you can look at forward strategy right in front of you. You can also see which advancements are possible in the different rows of 1 to 4, getting better and better as you go further down. Now, the name of the game is Money That's Points. Whoever has the most money in their treasure chest at the end will be the winner. But over the course of the game, you'll be going through these different achievements similar to how they work inside, which means anytime you explore a new island, you'll place a cube here, and if you've done a certain amount, depending on the players, you'll then be able to place one of your achievements here, and that means at the end of the game, this is going to give you 5 points. Or maybe you're trying to spend 12 barrels for nothing else but being able to get this achievement. Or dumping out and showing you have 30 coins. Or building a total of 5 buildings on an island you control. Or getting 3 of your characters to level 4, or having 4 types of different upgrades on your ship. Or maybe having 6 permanent cubes on islands, meaning at one point you controlled them. Or having someone sunk because of you. Or having won 4 battles that didn't have to do with buildings. And once a player has had 4 achievements, the game will end at the end of that round. Whoever has the most money wins. Remember, you're getting money by producing an island you control and going off and getting those and bringing them back to your harbor and dumping the money in here, or stealing from other players when you beat them in battle. Many other ways, but you're also going to be getting coins for all the achievements. You're also going to be getting coins for controlling certain buildings. And whoever has the most money wins in the end, and you even get more coins, one for each building you control as well. All right, let's first talk about what I liked about Dead Reckoning. Number 1, the theme and mechanisms match well. Like, hey, you can load or unload at islands you control, but you kind of can't at islands you can't control, so you can't move the stuff off, lift the sails, put the stuff back on. That part of it, even though it's kind of fiddly a little bit mechanism-wise, the theme helps you understand when you can or can't do things. And hey, you have control, you're able to do things like that. So I like that you have your own island, you can do certain things, but you can't do certain things other places. And just in a lot of areas in this game, sort of the theme matches the mechanisms. Like going by, if the island has a fort built there, it's gonna be hard to take it over. If you go by a garrison, it's gonna hit you. Stuff like that. I like it. I love the scythe-like achievement. John D. Clare even gives homage to Scythe, saying that it did inspire this achievement system. It works well inside and it works well here. It gives you goals to shoot for. You can't do everything, but what are you going to focus on? What are the 4 achievements that you're trying to finish to end the game are you going to do? And how are you going to get those things done? I like that aspect of it. It works really, really well here. Leveling up each turn is awesome. Too many times in games, things go too slow because it takes too long to get your engine building. I love that at every turn, you can hold back a character and not play them and be like, nope, I want this one upgraded. I'm not going to use them this turn because now I know it's in my hand for next turn and I can upgrade them. I like that you can wait. It says, you can even wait till someone attacks you and then decide which one to upgrade. You might wait and see if someone looks like someone might attack you, so you're going to wait. They come in and attack you, then you're like, I'm going to flip over the guy. It's going to get me an extra battle ability. Got it. Really cool. I love that you're doing that every turn because you're moving forward and forward and getting more exciting things every turn of the game. The card crafting systems, it's good. It works really well here, putting in different advancements of different levels. Now, just to be clear, the best card crafting game, in my opinion, is one that nobody talks about. Most people don't even know this game exists, probably. Custom Heroes. My favorite card crafting game. It's an obscure little title that a lot of people don't know about. It might not even be for sale anymore. I actually got the box right in front of me right here. I love, that's the game I feel like the card crafting system was really made for, was a card game like that. But it works really well like this in a bigger game where you're selecting your actions, figuring out does it go on the top, middle, or bottom, things like that. And it really opens up the door for many different strategies. I also like that they show you in the book all the different advancements available in the different levels, so you can kind of like strategize and think of things that are possible during going down different strategies. And each of those different characters, I also like the rulebook started off talking about the different characters. And hey, if you want to go down this explorer strategy, then try to level up this character and do this and that. I like that there's a lot of different strategies in this game to basically explore there. There's a finite amount of cubes, which at some points tends to feel a little weird, but at the same time, it actually helps you focus. Because you could use cubes to mark which actions you've taken, but you're going to be using cubes to mark things out on the island. You're going to use them to mark some of the achievements until you get those completed. You're going to be using them for battle, and it says if you run out of cubes and you need them, you can take them off like some of the islands you control, which is going to give you a little less control. So it's kind of like, well, you've got a finite amount of cubes and you can't just go everywhere. You got to figure out where to go, where to focus. I kind of like that restriction there. Using the forts to protect islands was fun because it's like, hey, I'm going to get control of this island, has the most points. I'm going to put a fort down there. It's going to shoot 5 cubes at you if you try to do anything. You can't do anything to this island. You can't put cubes. You can't, nothing like that. So I like that. Or garrisons, put them there right in the middle. You'd be like, hey, this person's going to have to go through me to go back. They're not going to do that because it's probably going to make them sink. I like that. I also really like that as you take over islands, you get a permanent cube and it stays there. And so it's the total amount of cubes there, so it gets harder and harder to take over islands. Every time it changes hands, it gets a little harder for the next person to take control of that island, and I really like that. I also like the cool combat system. Not everyone's gonna like this. I like it better than rolling dice. It's kind of fun to see what will happen. You can like have way less cubes than someone and actually win. Doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen. But just like in dice, it can happen. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. Putting that ship together was kind of a pain in the butt, but it goes together in the box. I love that it doesn't, it fits in the box assembled, so you only have to assemble it once. But I enjoyed the combat system. It was actually one of the fun, more memorable moments of the game. Now, on the negative side of things, I felt like it was too hard to upgrade your ships. Like, I constantly wanted to like go over here and get this, and then on the way back I'll get this, and it's like, I've produced over here, I've got all this stuff. I don't have any room for this stuff. I don't want to spend this stuff now. I want to get home and bring all this money back. And it's like, there's only really one way to get a basic upgrade, and that's by getting your bosun to the level 3, at least level 3. Now, there is an advancement that allows you to, if you get it, allows you to change a basic upgrade into an advanced upgrade, but I wish there was like an advancement. Give me just one that gets you an upgrade so I don't have to upgrade my bosun to level 3 to start opening up and being able to sort of get this engine going even further. I felt like that was a restriction that felt somewhat limiting to me. This is not an easy teach. The overview I gave you was about as high level as I can, giving you an idea of what's going on in the game. There's a lot of little rules in this game, and it's not an easy teach. Even though teaching thematically, like I mentioned, you can use that to teach the game, but it's not easy to teach because there are a lot of rules in this game. Also, the money, I found it odd that there was like, you're supposed to keep money secret, but there really wasn't really enough ones, but there were so many 30s. Like, why? Maybe I'm just terrible at the game, but why do you need that many 30s in the game? Also, the game, when you're done, there's a lot of pickup and unsleeving and unpushing all the people to the back and taking all the advancements out and putting them in the right box. There's a lot of tear down, which makes it, not going to come out quite as often. But the game's good. It's fun. If you're looking for that sort of epic feeling pirate adventure that's thematic with different strategies and changing things, and it's a good one. If you're into that type of thing, I think this is going to be one that you enjoy. I don't think it's going to be one that's going to come out as often for me because, again, of the things that I mentioned. So it's a little longer. It's definitely a tougher teach, but I did enjoy it, and that is Dead Reckoning. Game Toppers not only transforms your existing table to a high-quality gaming solution, they now offer full leg kits and dining cover solutions for the full table application. Paired with their amazing, thematic, premium stitch edge mats from noted board game artists like Vincent Dutray, collapsible cup holders, and really cool accessories, it's a complete system that upgrades every game you play. Go to GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below to late pledge for their latest Game Topper 3.5 Kickstarter campaign.